Songs you didn't know were covers. When you're vibing to your favorite song, have you ever stopped to wonder who's actually behind it? Who wrote it? Who produced it? Sometimes artists write and compose their own hits, but often someone else entirely is pulling the strings. And even more surprisingly, some iconic tracks were originally crafted years before their fame by artists you've probably never even heard of. So today we're pulling back the curtain and diving into songs you didn't realize were covers. Get ready, because some of these revelations might just blow your mind. Grab yourself a drink, coffee, or something stronger. Smash that like button to show some love, and let's jump right in. Everyone knows Cascada's iconic club banger. It's basically the soundtrack of mid-2000s dance floors and glow sticks. But did you know it actually started as a mellow, heartfelt pop ballad by Scottish singer Maggie Reilly in the early 90s? Honestly, the first time I heard the original, I added it to my playlist immediately. Maggie Reilly has one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard, and that 90s vibe, totally nostalgic. It reminds me of those romantic collection CDs. Remember those? Just pure magic. So now I want to know, which version wins your heart? The dreamy 90s original or the high-energy 2000s remix? Drop it in the comments. 2. Beyoncé. We could spend hours diving into all the wild conspiracy theories around her, and trust me, some of them are crazy. But not today. Today we're talking about If I Were a Boy. And buckle up, because most people have no idea this wasn't her song to begin with. The track was originally written and recorded by BC Jean back in 2008. She poured her post-breakup soul into it, only for her label to say, meh. Then Beyoncé came in, took that same song, and turned it into an international gut punch. Same lyrics, totally different weight. And listen, I love Beyoncé's version. It's flawless. It feels like it came from her bones. But there's something about BC Jean's original, raw, a little unpolished, but deeply personal, that hits different. Like imagine your heartbreak becoming someone else's mega hit. Oof.
And I was going through a very bad breakup at the time. It was my first heartbreak. And instead of crawling into a hole, I continued to write through it. And then we took a break, and we were in Times Square, and we were walking to get some food, and I was trying to, stay fit and wear my skinny jeans. And if I were a boy, if I were a boy,
From the girl who wrote it to the woman who owned it. So what do you think? Team songwriter or Team Queen Bee? Comments are open. Go! You feel like Nothing Compares to You came straight from Sinead O'Connor's soul, right? Like she wrote it alone in the dark, sobbing into a notebook. But nope, it was written by Prince in 1984. He gave it to his side project The Family in 1985. Their version? It sank without a trace. Fast forward 5 years, Sinead strips it down, pours every ounce of grief into that video, and boom, it becomes the breakup anthem of a generation. Those tears on her face? Totally real. She was thinking about her late mother who died in a car crash in 1985. And Prince? He admired the cover. But when they finally met, total disaster. Sinead later said he was creepy and tried to start a physical fight.
Did you meet Prince?
I met him after I did the cover. I never met him beforehand. I met him after it came out.
How did you get on? Am I right in saying you didn't hit it off?
No, we didn't really hit it off, but that's best left in the past.
Oh, really?
From the vault of Prince to the voice of pure pain. So now you tell me, who owned it in the end? Comments are open. Before it lit up every 80s dance floor, Tainted Love was something entirely different. Not synth pop, not Mark Almond. In 1964, it was a soulful, high-energy track sung by Gloria Jones. Fierce, fast, and way ahead of its time. It tanked in the US, but somehow found a second life in the UK's underground northern soul scene, where DJs spun it like a secret weapon. Then in '81, Soft Cell took that raw material, slowed it way down, layered it with cold synths and drum machines, and reinvented it. Suddenly, it wasn't just a breakup song. It was a drama. Mark Almond didn't just sing it, he bled it.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run.
Same words, two worlds. So now I'm curious, which version do you feel more, soul or synth? You probably think Make You Feel My Love is pure Adele, but nope, it's Bob Dylan. He wrote and recorded it in 1997 for his Grammy-winning album Time Out of Mind. No big vocals, no orchestra, just Dylan, a piano, and that quiet ache. A decade later, Adele turned it into a powerhouse ballad on her debut album 19. And suddenly, a Dylan deep cut became everyone's breakup anthem.
To make you feel my love.
To make you feel my love.
From folk legend to heartbreak queen. So tell us, which version hits you harder? Dylan's quiet sorrow or Adele's full-blown emotion? Drop it in the comments. Let's clear something up. Valerie wasn't born in a smoky London studio with Amy Winehouse on the mic. It actually started in 2006 as a gritty indie rock jam by the Zutons. Guitar heavy, raw, undeniably catchy, but it never really broke out of the UK scene. Then Amy got her hands on it. Mark Ronson gave it that Motown makeover. Amy brought the swagger, and suddenly Valerie wasn't just a song, it was a mood. Playful, punchy, a little drunk, and totally unforgettable.
Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss. Well, sometimes I go out by myself.
Same song, two universes. And I'll be honest, I love both. But Amy's version? That one lives rent-free in my head forever. Let's talk about one of the boldest comebacks a song has ever made. It's My Life didn't start with Gwen Stefani in a black veil, looking like she's about to sue the entire music industry. It started in 1984, with British band Talk Talk. Their version was all shadows and synths, cool and restrained, a true 80s art pop gem. But here's the kicker, frontman Mark Hollis hated doing music videos. Their label forced them to make one, so for revenge, they filmed a low-budget parody and cut in stock footage of animals. No joke. Still, the song became a cult classic. Fast forward to 2003, and No Doubt revives it with glam, grit, and Gwen's signature edge.
I could find my reasoning.
It's funny how I find my
Same lyrics, different universe. And me, I've got both on my playlist. You can't make me choose. From passive-aggressive synths to full-blown diva rage. So be honest, which one hits you harder? The art school original or Gwen going full queen? Some songs are just too powerful to live one life. Feeling Good is one of them. Originally written in 1964 for a little-known musical called The Roar of the Grease Paint, The Smell of the Crowd. It was meant to be theatrical, but then Nina Simone got hold of it. And she didn't just cover it, she claimed it. Her 1965 version is Velvet and Smoke, defiant without raising its voice. Decades later, Muse came crashing in and gave it teeth. They turned quiet power into full-blown sonic rebellion. Same melody, same message, but it hits like a different planet.
Sun in the sky, you know how I feel.
Sun in the sky, you know how I feel.
From smoky jazz club to arena rock stage. Me, I'll take both. One chills your spine, the other sets it on fire. This one blew my mind the first time I found out. Dazed and Confused, one of Led Zeppelin's most iconic tracks, wasn't entirely theirs. The haunting riff, the mood, even the title, all came from a 1967 folk song by Jake Holmes. He never got credited. Zeppelin just took it, reworked it, and turned it into a psychedelic rock monster. And look, I'm obsessed with the Zeppelin version. It's epic. But once you hear Holmes' original, it's kinda hard to unhear the resemblance. Inspiration? Imitation? You decide.
I'm dazed and confused, hanging on by this old cocaine, it makes me sick.
So what do you think? Unfair copy or rock evolution? You hear I Love Rock and Roll and instantly think Joan Jett, leather jacket, total badass energy. But guess what? She didn't write it. The song was originally recorded in 1975 by a British band called the Arrows. Their version was catchy, sure, but it didn't go anywhere. Then Joan heard it while touring the UK and she knew. This was her song. She amped it up, added that raw, gritty vocal, and boom, it became a rock and roll anthem.
about 17.
Same song, but Joan lit the match. Be honest, had you ever even heard the original? Don't Ya, The Pussycat Dolls, 2005. Let's be real, Don't Ya is pure early 2000s pop perfection. But here's the twist, it wasn't originally theirs. The first version came from Tori Alome's in 2004, and it flopped. No charts, no buzz. Then came the Pussycat Dolls. Same beat, same lyrics, and the song exploded.
That's why whenever I come around, she's all over you.
A second chance turned into a global smash. Have you ever heard the original, or is it Dolls forever? Tell me below. If you grew up in the 90s, you probably thought Kurt Cobain wrote The Man Who Sold the World. But surprise, it's a David Bowie track from 1970. When Nirvana performed it on MTV Unplugged, it felt so raw, so them, that people started crediting Cobain. Even Bowie said fans used to come up and tell him, "Hey man, great Nirvana cover."
Rest upon the set. We spoke of us as friends. Surprise, I've spoken to.
Different eras, same ghostly power. So what's your favorite version? The glam original or the grunge revival? And that's our little journey through some of the most unexpected covers in music history. Kinda makes you wonder how many more songs are hiding stories like this, right? Now I'd love to hear from you. What cover do you know that outshined the original? Drop it in the comments. If your pick stands out, I'll feature it in a future episode and give you full credit. Promise. And if you enjoyed this, go ahead and like the video. Maybe share it with a friend who loves music as much as you do. Thanks for spending your time with me today. I'll see you in a few days. This is Iconic Culture, signing off.